Hello everyone, what do you think of this? A woman gave birth to a 14-pound baby. Now, I'm sorry, but my cat weighs as much as that baby. He is about 21 inches long, which is the length of the baby. For a minute, I thought she did it naturally. Then I saw the size of the baby and I thought, maybe not. She had a caesarean section and then I realised, that makes a bit more sense. But this isn't even her first rodeo. She's had 5 kids, all of them around that weight, and her husband said, I never thought he'd get that big. Man, did you not see your other kids? They put it down to the fact that the husband is 6'2". To give you an idea, David Tennant is 6'1", and I've seen his children and they did not come out larger than life. This is where you need to, the next time you have a shower, look down and discuss with the culprits who did this how this is possible, not once, not twice, but 5 times. And keep in mind that only 3 of the 5 kids were done by caesarean section. So considering that they were all very large, I think that's amazing. To give you context, I have a bag of cat litter that weighs as much as that baby. I have a litter box that weighs as much as that baby. I had a dog that weighed as much as that baby. I have a cat that weighs as much as that baby. 1 stone is a massive amount to weigh when you're just born. And then on top of that, you're 21 inches over 50 centimetres. What? Excuse me? How is this possible? Doing it once is amazing. Doing it twice is brilliant. But doing it 5 times with your magnum opus being 1 stone 1? Now that is something else. How? Just how? And then you just turn around and say, oh, it's because my husband is tall. Well, I've seen David Tennant's children and he's only an inch shorter than this man. And he did not create large children like this. I just would like to know what's going on in the Canadian water. Anyway, I thought this was funny because imagine trying to give birth to a baby that is the weight and length of my cat. I have trouble picking Bonjo up for a cuddle, and he has been somewhat trained. Imagine picking up a newborn that has no control over its limbs and no idea about self-control, and they're flailing around and they are extremely heavy. Also, if you live in the UK, here's something else that weighs as much as that baby. Henry the Hoover and all of his family. Now keep in mind that all the inanimate objects that I have mentioned are not going to be flailing around. They're not going to be wiggling so they can be easy to carry. And you may not even think that 1 stone is heavy, but when you have something that is alive, like my cat, that is also heavy, you really feel it. Now, I've had to carry Bonjo at this weight, and I'm telling you that he does not like being carried. So when he wants to fight, you will feel it, and he will not feel like the same weight as the Hoover because now he is fighting. What about if Henry the Hoover came to life and decided to flail and hiss and bite and scratch you, and then, 9 times out of 10, jump out of your arms? He would feel a lot heavier then, wouldn't he? Now, imagine that you're growing this child inside you, and while 1 stone doesn't seem like a lot, it's growing, it's swimming, it's moving around inside you. And how to not topple over is anyone's guess. On top of all of that, this child is trying to come out the natural way. And thanks to a doctor's video I saw recently, the maximum size is supposed to be the size of a cantaloupe melon. I'll leave the link in the description. I'm sure that baby was bigger than a cantaloupe melon. Now, no shade to her, she's obviously done it 5 times, so yes, she is very amazing, and I did check the article to see when this was published, and no, it wasn't an April Fool's joke. All links will be in the description for anyone who wishes to read up on this. The thing that still tickles me is that I can just imagine after the husband has had his shower and he realises what he's made, he looks down at the causes of all the chaos and he asks them how on earth is it possible? What on earth did you do? What on earth did you do? And how did you do it? Not once, not twice, but 5 times. Not to mention my magnum opus of 1 stone plus. I mean, I'm speechless, and I've never had children. Anyway, I thought I would talk about this story because it's a little less serious than what I normally talk about. If you're still here, then you're handsome, and you're beautiful, and you, well, I'm speechless. I'll let you know next time I see you. Over to the pets. Hello all, this is Sylvie. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more. Hey everyone, my name's Bonjo. If you enjoyed yourself, then give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and if you had fun, then comment down below and let my mum know what did you weigh when you were born.